G'day everyone, T-Nick back here again in OpenTTD with the DBXL set. We're riding along with one of our BR111111Os that we tried to repaint last time, and it was a bit of a swing and a miss. Now that's entirely my fault. I actually forgot how this particular colour scheme was introduced, so we're going to start off today by doing a bit of a shuffle. So at the moment we've got, I think, 6 of these guys running down here on what is pretty much one of our premier routes. Not making as much money as some of our routes, but we do have a lot of people waiting at Wolf's Butt for this particular line, so I'm going to roll a few more trains out anyway. Now what I want to do, and first of all I'll show you our fun new colour scheme we're going to be rolling out, and it should look a little bit familiar. It's sort of a more modern take on the original. So we whack a couple of mail vans on, and would you look at that, we've gone with a nice purple and cream colour scheme, and if we add enough carriages we get not only a dining car but also an observation car. So this is sort of the Rheingold Mark II, if you will. So the original Rheingold colour scheme was this funky purple and cream scheme we've got on this train. And this is the more modern version for the 1960s. So we're going to go ahead and roll out a few of these guys. So first of all, we'd like you to copy but don't share. And we're going to go ahead and buy up 1, 2, 3, 4. And now the colour scheme has changed again. Isn't that fantastic? Yes, so now we've got the TEE colour scheme. So we clearly missed out on the Rheingold colour scheme by only a couple of days, because that obviously finishes in 1967 and is replaced with the TEE colour scheme. So good work, us. So I'll go ahead and buy another one, drag the cars down to you. Isn't that interesting? Even though because the cars were built in the Rheingold colour scheme, they retain their scheme even though the Loco's repainted himself into the red and cream scheme of the TEE, the Trans-Europe Express era. Well, that's interesting. I like that. Anyway, so we'll go ahead and we've got 4. We want 5, 6, 7, and 8, which obviously is going to nuke the bank balance. In fact, let's go to 10. Why the bloody hell not? And now number 10 we will retain because I've got something else in mind for him. I don't think the BR110s can actually take local carriages though. No, they can't. It's a bit of a misnomer there, because in later years they were used for local services, but unfortunately the game locks you out. So again, if we put that one up there, we'll get that. So in fact, why don't we have a couple of mixed sets down there, and that'll be all funky fresh. So we've now got 10 of these guys, and they should all be sharing orders with train number 10, which is a fitting enough number. So we'll send them underway. And now the existing ones on this line, I want all of them to, I can talk now, all of them to work their way back into Wolf's Butt train depot. So we've now got an almost unified colour scheme. Obviously we've got one set of cars in the Rheingold colours, the rest of them in the Trans-Europe Express colours, and one of the Locos in the Rheingold colours. I was hoping to have a few more, but clearly we missed out by a little bit. Where are you trying to go? You have no orders. Oh, bloody hell, we didn't clone you correctly, did we? Okay, we'll stop everyone again. Yeah, so if you could try and go back that way, share with train 10. Now, obviously we cloned the wrong one. You're trying to go to Essence first stop. Okay, well, good for you. Now, 11, you have orders. Yes, you do. What about 99? You have orders, you're fine. What about 100? You're fine. How did we just miss one of them? We really buggered that up, didn't we? Oh, no, train 101's missing them as well. There you go. Off you go, fella. Train 81, you've come in to be reassigned. Train 83 is coming in to be reassigned. That's fine. We can deploy 10. How about 102? No, there we go. We did miss a couple of them. Okay, off you go. 103, same deal. Off you go. Of course, they're all going first stop Essens, which is super helpful. Can we send you first stop Wolf's Butt maybe, just to try and space them out a bit? And 106, yeah, we buggered that one up as well. Okay, good. And you can go first stop Wolf's Butt as well, just to try and get a bit of service continuity going. So there we go. We've now rolled out some brand new funky colour scheme trains on our main electric trunk line. Train 12 is getting very old. Didn't I send you to the depot? Did I not? Did I not end up replacing you? I thought I did. Yeah, I did. I obviously just never sent you to a depot. Whoops-a-daisy. and we never refitted you to carry livestock, so we've just botched the whole operation up here. So you go back to the depot and we'll refit you for livestock. But yeah, so now these new electric trains, or these slightly dated electric trains that are working their way back into the depot, what are we going to do with them? Well, you may remember we built these funky little ET11s quite a while ago. Well, they're now starting to get a bit old, 24 or 35. That's probably one of the younger ones. I think the original ones are about 30 years old. Yes, 29 years old. So we're probably going to come due to replace them. So what I want to do is, obviously, we're going to drop off a couple of carriages from these trains. So we'll drop off a mail car. Okay, make the window bigger. Problem solved. So we'll drop off a mail car and we'll bring them down to drop the mail car off. There we go. Bring them down to a 3-tile train, and we will be dispatching you. Stop sharing. Delete. Onto this route the ET11s are currently working, so that way we can get better value out of them by redeploying them on another electric line. But we're not. We probably should have repainted that blue mail van back to green while we were at it. Unfortunately, it does mean they lose the dining car because you need to have a minimum of a 4.5 length train to retain that. So I'm assuming everyone just brings their own lunch, and if they don't, well, fool on them. So we can refit that to carry mail. And we can refit the carriage. Oh, we can refit the carriages to be F-train now. Look at that. What a world we live in. I think it depends on the build date of the carriages as opposed to the loco. I think that's how it works there. So you, sir, can also go ahead and where's your counterpart that we just released? There he is. You can share with him. So we've currently got 3 trains on that route now. I'd like to bump that up to 4 if I can. So we'll drop off another couple of carriages here, and we'll do the same thing there. So you, again, stop sharing your orders, delete your orders, and copy and share those ones. And then 86 will do the same too. Everything's moving around. It's all very confusing. And of course, now we have a lot of spare carriages lying around. So when we build a new train, we can reuse the old carriages, which, as you see, leads to a bit of variety in color schemes, which, is something I quite enjoy. So delete you. Why are you turning around? Oh, of course, because you can't get to Luchow from these platforms over here. Bit of a short-sightedness in the depot I built them at, but what can you do? And that does mean, unfortunately, the ET11s are not long for this world. Next time you cycle through Wolfspart, you will go to the depot and we will chop you up into little pieces. Train 98, good. We can refit you to carry livestock now. Fantastic. That's fine. But yeah, so that was just how we wanted to start off today, by redeploying our existing electric fleet and buying a whole bunch of fancy new trains, which have all naffed off down this side of the map. Hello, look at aren't they nice? This you'll see a lot of this red and cream colour scheme in our intercity trains as we move forward, and likewise you'll soon see a blue and cream livery on our non-intercity trains. Just a generic long distance trains, and then our local trains, our suburban trains, will start using these. They're nicknamed the silverfish carriages. They're sort of a light silver colour, and they were around for many, many years. I think some are probably still in service today. Again, no expert on German trains, but who knows? Now, what's this? That's a hovercraft. I'm not interested. There goes a steel mill. Not interested. There goes a steel mill. Not interested. So the main crux of things today. I want to connect up Wolfspart with the last 3 towns on the map. Okay, cool. Pretty straightforward. I also want to rejig Hamburg, because Hamburg up here has become a ridiculously busy station, like ridiculously busy, and it's just feeling a bit, constrained. Like it's feeling a bit tight. So obviously we've redeployed these old Rheingold trains onto this new line that we've got running up here to Buxtehude. New farm, that's helpful. So obviously that's not where we traditionally ran the Rheingold trains. Apparently now they're running down the centre of the map. I'm sure it's fine. But yeah, first things first, I'd like to start connecting these towns up so I can at least finish our stated goal of connecting every town on the map. And then we'll go on from there. Another thing I want to do is actually electrify this line, because we will be running a new type of train on here. And obviously we're going to need wires for that to work. So we've got that tile there. Don't miss any squares out, or it's going to end badly. In fact, we may as well just wire up this whole part of the junction up here as well, just in case I go wire this line and forget about this little bit, and then it's just a bit messy. going forward. So that's good there. Obviously this line down here is still dieselized for now. We'll see how we go. Should probably go ahead and build the stations. Now none of you are cities, are you? No. Okay, good. Now I've got another idea for this going forward that I'm sure I'll forget about in good time. But what I'm going to do is put in a sort of a high frequency sort of suburban-y type service here. We'll drop that in there, and hopefully we can demolish this house. We can, and the road, good. Yeah, I want to have a little high frequency service running down here to Osnabruck, and then I want to also have a dedicated intercity line that goes from Wolfsbach directly to Osnabruck, and then straight down here to this giant cluster of towns down here, just to save people from this part of the world having to detour up to Wolfsbach and then back down this way to get down there, because otherwise, it'll just drag the train's profit down. So we've built our suburban terminus here. We'll whack down a couple of buffer stops, and now I'm hoping, fingers crossed, the game will actually let me. I should build this as 4 tracks to start with. Will hopefully let me extend the station out a bit. So I've already got the underpass. You can see sort of nestled underneath the flat roofs there. So I'm going to go ahead and just keep it nice and uniform and drop in a couple of pot plants on either side to make that a longer platform. Train 48 or 84 rather, I'm a bit dyslexic. Yeah, they're waiting in depot, which is good. Managed to build the intercity platform on the wrong side. What do you think of me? You think I'm mediocre. Okay, we'll have to tread carefully. Build that and that. Got away with it. And then drop in the buffer stop there and just back that off there. Good, okay, fantastic. Because obviously the intercity line I want to have come straight down here from the main line up here and straight on there, so it's not going to get caught up with all the suburban shenanigizing. But yeah, the suburban trains will just go ahead and run like this. I say suburban, I mean we're still covering some pretty decent distances, so they will obviously be somewhat more comfortable than your typical suburban train. But yeah, we'll see how we go with that. So we want to go ahead and run, yeah, we'll probably just run a truss bridge here. We probably don't need the high speed for this section here, just because we've got the stations on either side. I'll probably live to regret that later, but for now, I should be right. It'll be fine. Get rid of that there and put in a bit of track like that. Fantastic. Now I will put a little depot down here. Which way are they going out? They're actually going out on this side. So I'll put in the depot up here. Put in a set of points here, and then for the normal terminating trains, we'll just put a bit of track in like this, and that's fine because obviously they're coming in on the right-hand side like that, and like that. And then we'll put another signal in there just to keep them spaced out. And obviously that's only 3 tiles long, so we can fit a train in here and another one can sneak into a platform quite simply. So put some signals down, put them on the right side, you dummy, and then drag them up like so. That's fantastic. And then we'll drop another couple into the platform here. Now, these guys, we just have to connect up to this line here. Well, you'd think I planned it that way, but I didn't, but I'll take it. That looks freaking awesome. Except for all the overhead structures, but we can live with that. So go ahead and whack down another couple of signals there, and then we should just be able to drag and drop them pretty much right to the junction. Yeah, that worked quite well. Put that on the correct side maybe, just a hint, just a top tip. And that's good there, and then obviously we'll just whack in a couple of signals at the junction itself to make sure the trains keep moving smoothly. Good stuff. So now they can run down here with the existing trap. Train 24 is lost. Wait, how'd you end up over here? Did we extend all of the trains down to Flensburg and not actually extend Flensburg station? I think we went ahead and did. Whoopsie. So we paused this building of new trains to fix Flensburg station, because apparently we've gone and stuffed it up. Yeah, I know you're lost, and I'm very sorry about that. I will fix that up post-haste for you. So let's go ahead and get rid of this signal here. Are you trying to get to the depot or just the next station? Yeah, trying to get to the depot. Okay, well, you guys are about to have a praying, so stop. Good. Okay, excellent. So pretend you went to the depot and keep going. Good. Now, what we need to do is we need to fix this immediately, like yesterday immediately. So this bit of the station over here is fine, but we're going to have to move this depot and, of course, reroute all the associated trains. And then we're going to have to extend this station, and we probably get away with putting a few more platforms in here. They think we're outstanding. That's good, because we're going to change that opinion fairly quickly. So go ahead and get rid of the semaphores out here, and then put in a bit of track like that. Drop a new depot in, and first step is to switch everyone over from the old depot to the new depot. Because, whoops, that was a bit short-sighted. Oh, that was easy. Okay, we've only got 2 sets of orders to modify. Fantastic. That should be that. And switch that over to Flensburg Train Depot number 3, because Flensburg Train Depot number 2 is a thing of the past. So, get rid of this track here, get rid of this track here, get rid of these signals, and then just temporarily we'll whack a couple of signals in. Actually, we can't put it there because we're going to have to lengthen the platform. So now we need to upgrade this station, make it significantly longer. So let's have a look. Platforms. Again, we'll go the flat roof to show that we're we're moving forward with the times. So now that's a 5-tile station. That should be plenty long enough. It does occur to me we will need a footbridge here, sort of midway down the platform as well, just because otherwise people getting off here have to walk all the way at the end to change tracks. So that's fine there. You're now coming in and unloading, no problems. And then instead of having more through tracks, well, fake through tracks rather, we'll go ahead and do we want to put them up here? What do we got? We got plenty of room down here for points, so we could, in theory, have the buffer stops further down. Let's see. We're gonna have to come out. We're gonna have to add at least 2 tracks. So let's see how much room we've got here. Oh, plenty of room. This is fine. So we'll go ahead and put down some more stairs. 4 tracks, please. That's good. I'll go ahead and put down another set of flat roofs. There we go. And then we'll need to decorate this section down here, probably with a station building. I know I've already got one of those. Never mind. More flat roofs. Someone say more flat roofs? I said more flat roofs. Let's put more flat roofs down. That looks fine. Actually, hold on. No. We'll stagger it a bit. We'll give it a bit of variety. Yeah, that looks nice. Put a couple of plants in to replace the plant we removed before. And then we'll just put down a couple of buffer stops in here. There we go. It keeps it fresh and interesting. And, I mean, we have got now a bit of a hodgepodge station, but I actually quite like that. It shows how the stations evolve with the times. It's gotten longer. It's gotten a footbridge added. It's got a plant. All the things you look for in a station. So that should fix up that problem there, and we can get back to what we were doing. Bus losing money, don't care. Why are our wood trains losing money? That's disappointing. Are you losing money every year? What was running up here, by the way? Oh, that was the iron ore mine. That's okay. Is it because you have to run on this ridiculously long single track section that we never bothered to upgrade? Probably. Why don't we go ahead and duplicate that now, just to keep it simple. There we go. Put that down like that. Get rid of that there. And then we can get rid of this up here and just throw down a few signals. Because once again, we've gone ahead and shoehorned far more trains onto that line than it was designed for. And we've made a bit of a mess. But that's not unusual for us. We're good at that. Go ahead and whack some more signals down there. And where was that other one? It was up here. So drag and drop down like that. And then we may as well disconnect this balloon loop, because I don't think that iron ore mine's going to conveniently reopen in that spot. Although it would be nice. Yep, off you go. Come on. Got track to remove. Come on. So hopefully that'll help you turn a little bit more of a profit. There we go. So we've got rid of that there. And we can probably upgrade that signal and drop a new one in on the other side there. Good. Now, back to what we were doing. So we've got all the track connected. We just need to run some trains, and we keep getting distracted by, admittedly, previous TNIC stuff-ups, but stuff-ups. So now, initially, we're going to run the trains just to Wolf's Butt before we... we can't extend them up to Hamburg anyway. We haven't electrified the line, nor have we built our terminus up there. So, we'll sort it out. Now, we've got the electric trains up here, but I'm actually looking for something a bit different, because these guys can't take the local carriages. So we'll take the carriages off anyway, just so we remember, and we'll stick them together. Oh, we can't actually double head them. It really will only let you attach long distance carriages. Fair. So, we'll just leave that. Now, what I want to do is go with the ET30, because this is a good top speed. I mean, 120 as opposed to 110. It's negligible. But, we haven't used the ET130 yet. No, you've attached yourself with all of the mail vans. So if we can remove those, please. Now, I'm pretty sure these guys were delivered as 4-car trains. And they were used on, I'm pretty sure they were used on, I've gone and built more mainline carriages when I really didn't need to. Yeah, we've got a lot of spare carriages sitting around, don't we? Yeah, we do. We may as well use the long distance carriages on these, because I'm pretty sure they were long distance trains. And now we need to go ahead. Actually, no, hold on. We won't be building the ET30. Let's go with the 140. No, we don't want the long distance carriages though. Go away. Yeah, I've changed my mind because we haven't used the silverfish carriages yet, and I really would like to send some of them out into the world. So we'll go ahead and build ourselves a few of these. So we'll go with 4 for starters. And of course I cloned them without actually programming the orders in, so... Oh no, they are linked. No, that's okay. This is good. This is good. This is fine. So you don't want to swing by that depot. You want to come down to Miral, Uckermunde, and then terminate at Osnabruck. Swing by the depot and then repeat. And then obviously we will extend you up to Hamburg in good time. So yes, you all should have gotten the same set of orders. You do. Fantastic. So off you go, 41, 51, 107, and 108. Deploy. Yes, now I've got something else in mind for the ET30s. I just got to remember to roll them out, when the time comes. Now, of course, you're going to get lost immediately and turn around. Well done. Yes, so there we go. We've got our new line opened up. That's a start. The next thing we need to do is fix up Hamburg so that we can turn these trains around because, yeah, currently we've got the V160. I don't want it yet, but I will be building a lot of those. They are somewhat of a staple. And again, still, I think, being used today. So, Hamburg, obviously, big fancy station, on a hill, which I don't think's worked out too well because the town has really not expanded out this way at all, which is disappointing. I really hoped we'd see some town expansion out there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and give this a bit of a refresh. So first things first, no, I need to get rid of that altogether. And I need to drop this down and drop this down here. Because, yeah, we're going for something a little bit different here. We're going to tunnel the road under. Boom. That's what we wanted to do. Actually, we want to tunnel the road under further because we need a bit more room to move if we're going to be shoehorning in heaps of extra platforms. So we'll go ahead and stick that in like that. Drop the road in there. And then we can bring the road up and just connect it up later like that's what we're always going to do. And it's all part of the plan and everything's fine and wonderful. Right? Yeah, just nod and smile, nod and smile, nod and smile. But yeah, as you can see, Hamburg, very busy station. We have a lot of people trying to interchange here to go to Itzehoe and Uetersen. Uetersen we can't do much about at this stage, but we're working on it. Road Vehicle 3 is getting old. Remind me to come back to that. That's probably important. So what we're going to do is extend out the station by a couple of tracks here. And then we're going to get rid of these viaducts and just replace them with, straight out, road or track or whatever it is we're putting in. And I also want to get rid of this road here if I can. Yeah, the town will let me. They really like me. We're really going to change their opinion of us because, yeah, we're destroying trees left, right, and centre here. So run the road down there, run it up this side, and, well, we don't need that bookmarked anymore, so we can run the road in there. And this, of course, frees us to get rid of these silly little viaducts that, it was a nice idea, but it really hasn't played out our way at all. Like, seriously, not at all. That's electrified railway. I will need that eventually, but I'll build normal railway to start with. Now, I've got a train on this line, but not the outer line at the moment. So we should be able to get away with bringing that into line. There we go. Good. That's step 1 done. It's step 1 of 5,000. So next thing we need to do is also rebuild some new track over here. And again, new bridges for a modern era. So, keeping it fresh and interesting. How many trees have we knocked down? Do you hate us yet? Poor. Oh, that's concerning. We haven't actually built the station add-on yet. Whoopsie. So again, new station. So I'm going to go with the new architecture. Now, I realize it doesn't match the existing architecture, but that's kind of what I want. Because obviously this was the original station with the nice brick, towers here. Then we expanded it, so we built a very similar station hall, to try and blend in with the old architecture without being too different. But now, modern era, people want fancy, modern stuff. So we're going to go ahead and put the flat roofs down. And again, it gives us this really natural evolution of the station design, which I really like. Obviously, it's not for everyone, but if it's not, you know, your mileage may vary. Feel free to play the game how you want. Stop judging me. So now we're going to go ahead and connect this up. There's a signal on the way, isn't there? We're going to scooch that signal up a bit, get rid of the one that's here, and then when this train moves, take the hint. Take the hint, buddy. No, good. Now there's another one. Come on, scooch, scooch, scooch. Thank you. Jeez, you think you know a guy. Good, there we go. And we'll go ahead and turn that into a proper path signal like it should have been. So good. So we'll now start diverting these trains through here, down this side, and then obviously into Hemmoor that way. So this should be a fairly... that corner's going to look a bit janky. Okay. We'll run you down here, and then actually we'll bring it back a bit so the town's got a bit of room to expand. And we'll bring it in something like that there. And then what we'll do is we'll just scooch this old waypoint over here instead. So we'll put in a new signal box there and call it Hamburg Sub. And then we'll get rid of this one to stop the trains going down here and instead send them down this line. This will all make sense eventually, probably. Go ahead and put a path signal in there before you forget. Drop a few more signals in up here. And of course, because we've gotten rid of the bridges, we can put a few more signals in and space the trains out a bit better than they are currently. So now that means we can now disconnect this set of points here. Is there anyone in the platform? No. So we can also disconnect this set of points here. Good stuff. Now, we are going to need to be careful what we do down at this junction because obviously I want interconnectivity between the two lines. So... how are we going to do this? Because these two platforms here are going to change. We're going to have through trains coming through on the outside ones, and the two middle ones will become the terminus. So this platform here will remain completely unchanged, completely business as usual. I will, however, get rid of all this track here, just so I don't end up with any rogue signals lying around that I've forgotten about. We need to keep that line operational for now. So don't update those bridges just yet, because you know we need to keep the trains moving through just for now. So we'll now drop this track down here, and then this outside track we will divert over into the former Hemmoor line platform, or trains from Hemmoor rather. So now trains will come down here, they'll cross over, and then they'll come in through this outside platform here. And then they'll cross back again to get down here. Or if we are doing an exchange of trains, we can send them out that way. And of course, this platform here, now no longer required. We can disconnect that. Now this one here we haven't connected, so I'll disconnect that just to avoid getting confused. Because I'm easily confused, as you would know. It's no secret. So we can get rid of this here. We do need to put in... No, because you're going on the right track there. That's fine. We'll get rid of that. And we can get rid of this. Yes. Yes, that's good. Okay, and we can probably also get rid of this. Yes, completely superfluous. Just so I can see what I need to rebuild in the long run. So now up here, we can now throw down a couple of buffer stops, I'm hoping. We can. Yes, they don't hate us too much. Excellent. Although, do I want to do that, or do I want to leave them through just in case? Just in case. No, we'll make sure they're dedicated terminating platforms. That'll be fine. I'm sure it's going to be okay. So, land sloped in the wrong direction. Oh, because we lazied it up, didn't we? Yeah, we did. Yeah, whoops-a-daisy. There's actually a dip in the middle here that I just forgot to get rid of or just couldn't be bothered. And, yeah, really, really cheaped out there. So, pop a one-way signal in there. Now we can update these bridges here to remove them. Bring this land up here. Good stuff. Connect up here. Again, I'm leaving all these dips in here because I'm too lazy to get rid of them, but then I wonder how this happens to begin with. Now, again, we're going to need waypoints here because the terminating trains we're going to want to run down this track here, or rather out on that track. Let's get rid of the semaphore. This is why I got rid of the semaphore, so I didn't get confused. Yeah, we're going to run the terminating trains in on this track and the through trains in on this track. So again, we're going to need a couple of waypoints. So we'll have one up here at the junction for the terminators, and we'll have this fancy looking one down here. Good. So that way we can split everything off. So we'll call this Hemmoor southbound, and this one can be Hamburg terminus. Yes, that'll do. Yes, terminus. Good. Just so we can figure out where everyone's going. So of all the trains running through here, it's the diesels we're looking at. Yes. So when you've left Itzehoe, your next stop will be Hamburg via Hemmoor southbound. Well, it's not named Hamburg southbound, is it? No, it's Hemmoor. Oh, well, whatever. It's fine. We'll figure it out. So ditch that semaphore there and turn that into a path signal. Good. Drop a set of points in there. And now we can run our terminating trains down here without having to worry about them queuing up and banking up onto the main line, which is obviously an issue. It would be a bad issue. Actually, why is there a signal there? We don't need that there. If anything, we'd need one just up there, just to keep them moving through that section there. Drop another couple down there. You can never have too many signals when it comes to terminating trains because, well, then they can all bunch up and keep moving. I realise those two are an oxymoron, but, you know, you figure it out. Now, the last thing to do is obviously to get rid of these bridges here, and that means we can put another couple of signals down. Oh, crap, there's a train there. Go, do it quicker, quicker, fast, fast, fast. Go, 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 go. Swish. Just all going according to plan. That's right. Everything I've done is intentional. It's fine. Why are you losing money? Aren't you only new? Oh, no, you've made a lot of money this year, so all is forgiven. Oh, crap. Now we're going to go back to Hamburg again, don't we? Here we are. Okay, good. So now all that's left to do is electrify up these terminating platforms and the line down to Itzehoe, and then start running the electric trains up there as well. And then eventually we might even bypass Itzehoe with the intercity trains and just have the suburban ones stop there. But until we make a dent in these passenger numbers, there's not much we can do about that. So let's grab the wire tool out. Let's make sure we don't miss anything essential, because that would be really, really bad. So we've got all the essential track there. We've got that bit there. We've got this funky looking junction here that I completely forgot about. Is that specifically just for the coal mine that now doesn't exist? I'm so bad at removing infrastructure once we're done using it. I'm like, oh yeah, I'll get rid of that later. Never do. Never do. In fact, I'm not doing it now. I'm just going to leave it there. Look at me. Yeah. Even observing these things I do and not doing anything to change them. Good to see all our trains are nice and bunched up behind the coal train. Good work, team. That's another good decision by train control right there. You better let the coal train out in front of everyone else. Yeah, good call. Good. So now we've wired that up. All that we've got to do is set up our local trains. Now, one concern I do have, and we're going to have to address this with another waypoint, and this is why we've got a little bit of spare track here, because you'll remember some of these trains came out of the depot, came in here, and then couldn't get down in this direction because of the way the points are set up. So this calls for another waypoint, and we'll have that set up just for the platforms that they can use to make sure they don't go into the first available. They wait for one of these 4 to become available. So we'll go ahead with this fancy looking overhead one, and we're basically looking at platforms 1 to 4 here for them. So you, sir, after Miro, you come back through Wolfsbutt, and then you will continue on. In fact, you can have a quick service if you need it. Yeah, good. Your next stop will be Itzehoe, and then you'll swing up here to Hamburg, and we want to send you through Hamburg terminus into, obviously, the terminus, where you'll turn around and come back via Itzehoe again. And then we'll put this order at the top just in case we are going to build some more at the depot, just to make sure they know which platforms they want to get into from the get-go. Now, we may as well recycle these. Unfortunately, we have to use the long-distance carriages on them, but I can rationalise that as they're just spare carriages we had lying around. Well, they are really. And yeah, so people will get a little bit more comfort, but it shouldn't be too different from the normal service that we've got going. So delete your orders there, and you will copy and share his orders, please. Off you go. Actually, no, stop again. I want to refit. I want to get rid of the F-train paint on the mail vans, please. Yeah, there we go. That looks a bit better. Obviously, the loco is still in the F-train colour scheme, but that's something I can live with. And then I want to refit. Okay, no, now we've refitted them to F-train cars. No, never mind. No, take the paint off. Take the paint off. There we go. Good stuff. And you, sir, again, delete your orders, and you can copy and share train 84s. Now, how many trains does that have on this route? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so we're going to want to go for another, say, 4 trains on this line, just to really, really pump up the service. So in this case, we'll go, actually, we've got spare carriages. Why don't we go ahead and buy one? And we'll just clone your orders, drop the carriages off, and we'll go clone 2, 3, 4. Good stuff. And then we might make use of some of these spare carriages we have lying around here. Why did I put 2 mail cars on you? No, stop. No, I've default setting, too many mail cars, not enough passenger cars. God knows where the other train's naffed off to. There he is. Quick, turn around, go to the depot. Yeah, not Osnabruck, no, Wolf's Butt train depot. Yeah, force of habit. I'm putting too many mail cars on these trains when they really should be predominantly passengers. So we'll drop another mail car up here, another mail car up here, another mail car up here. I didn't mean to sell that. I should have actually kept that one. Now you're right to go. Sorry about that. And we want to drop up some more carriages up here. 1, 2, 3, 4 up here. 1, 2, 3, 4 up here. And that leaves our spare stock quite low, but that's okay. Whoops-a-daisy. There we go. Stupid wood train showing up. So now we've got a nice mix of rolling stock on this line already. Using some second-hand carriages just because saving money. Because that's what they did in real life. They didn't just junk their carriages as soon as they cancelled a train. They didn't go and they throw them to the scrapyard. No, they put them in the depot and got them back out again when they needed them. Now, you guys are getting very old. We should probably look at our road vehicles and do some auto replacing, shouldn't we? Let's go replacing. So that one's done with, so we can get rid of that. Now, what's old? Our box truck here, you're old, so we'll replace you with the Hereford Regal box truck and replace only old vehicles, please. Good. Anything else? Okay, I really overestimated the amount of road vehicles that we needed to replace. There were 4. How about trains? We had a couple of them getting a bit advanced in years, didn't we? Train 12, yeah, we can chop you up into little parts. Train 13, oh bless, train 13. Running down here with the rail bus. And the rail bus itself is really doing quite well for itself. Well, you, sir, I'm afraid you're not long for this world. We'll send you to the depot and get rid of you. And we'll go ahead and buy another rail bus. So we've already got the VT95 on display. Actually, if we build a new one at that depot, we're just going to have heartache trying to get him into the station. So why don't we go the 515 for this one? 100 k's an hour as opposed to 90 k's an hour, so pretty negligible difference. A little bit more capacity on this one. But yeah, otherwise pretty much the same. And we'll go ahead and stick a passenger car and a mail car on. And as you can see, they just adopt the colour scheme of the front unit so that they look like additional units that you've attached. No, don't start at noise deletes. No, sorry, start at bug dehute. Just, okay, could you turn around. The people at home want to see what you look like. Because you look, well, train 15's getting very old too. We should do something about that. But not before we see our new battery-powered train. How cool is that? It's a nice little rail bussy, sort of rural type train. There's a lot of people waiting here. Where are you all trying to go? 1,140 via Season. No, bloody hell, that's Season. Okay, well, I'm glad we bought these nice little rail motors because this line has obviously moved far beyond their capacity and we should go ahead and replace them with something else. But, yeah, we'll deal with that another time. We'll just go ahead and put another train on. There we go. Problem solved. Another train with a capacity of 96. That'll tackle that 1,000 passenger backlog, I'm sure. Maybe not. Now, train 15's having a bit of a whinge, or one of our coal trains. So again, how much money are you making? You're not doing great. Okay. Send you to the depot, and then we'll replace you with a V100, I think. I don't even think we'll upgrade the wagons, because you don't really need the capacity. 30 tonne of coal, yeah, it's atrocious. And how about you, fella? Your coal mine doesn't exist anymore. I really should pay more attention to these newspaper articles. Well, we'll just scrap you then. No, what do you mean the coal? I think I'm going blind. I literally looked and I thought the coal mine was supposed to be here and it wasn't. The coal... Wow, okay. Don't mind me. Senior's moment. Sure. Let's put it down to that. Wow, that's embarrassing. The coal mine's literally right there. Is there any way to edit this out? No? Okay, we're going to keep it. No, that's fine. You can all enjoy my embarrassment again. That's some serious observational skills that we're lacking there. Yes, okay. Well, if you could just finish breaking down and get on with your life, that'd be great. Yeah, come on. Good to see we've got the optimistic power station show up here going, oh, by the way, if you don't want to service that power station, you can come up here. No, mate, this one's fine. Plus, Gatterbush generally, well, they think we're outstanding. But normally they hate us and, they don't want us to do anything. This coal mine's still kicking along. This coal mine over here is not going to magically regenerate, but I've sort of left everything there just in case. Well, I'm glad we got rid of this train because, that farm's now gone. Wow, ooh, the BR103. That's coming with a hefty price tag, though. So I'm going to turn that down for now. But you better believe we're going to try and find a place for that. That's another iconic German engine. And you better believe we're going to replace our BR110s on this route with BR103s. I'm just kidding. I've got a plan in mind for the 103. It's just shown up a bit earlier than I expected. Sorry, no, don't ignore signals. Yeah, you need to turn around and go to the depot. And so do you. And we're going to replace you with V100s to round things off for the day. Because, unfortunately, we're going to have to save our extension from Osnabruck down to Bad Sascha for next time. So we'll go ahead and replace you with the V100. Which one are you, by the way? Where are you coming from? You're Malchow. Okay, so I'm going to drop a wagon off you and just send you on your way. Because obviously you do have a little hill to climb, and I'm not 100% sold on the V100 as a mega all-powerful engine, but it's no slouch. And how's your coal mine doing? The one that hasn't actually closed. Yeah, not too bad. I might actually go ahead and sell the whole train here. Again, just to keep some variety going. And we'll just go with some slightly more modern low-side wagons for you. And make sure you're refitted for coal. Off you go. And that way, at a glance, we can tell the difference between the two coal trains. Not that I'll actually remember it, but, it's the thought that counts and blah-de-blah-de-blah. So we've got 49 tonne of coal waiting there. What's your total capacity? 125, yeah. So you should be able to handle that easily. Now, train 13, we'll sell the engine there. And, we'll keep these carriages, though, because I've got a bit... Actually, we may as well roll it out now. We do need the extra train on this line, so we'll go ahead and roll out the V100 with the local carriages, just because, again, it's just a bit of a rural line until we actually pull our finger out and double track it and do anything with it. It's just going to stay that way. No, don't go first stop, noise stop. No, first stop, bug to Hute. Please and thank you. Remember my manners. But yes, so that should take us to the end today. I really did want to connect up Osnabruck down here with Bremervoort and Bad Sascha, but that might have to wait for next time because we've got some, well, not unforgiving terrain, but we've got a few hills we want to sort of work around, unless we follow the coast the whole way, which is an option, except there's an oil refinery right here. Do you mind, sir? Perfect, completely flat coastal route. But yes, I want to keep this route reasonably straight because I want to roll out the BR103s on this line because they are going to excel at high speeds. And the only trick will be trying to get them a more dedicated corridor around these suburban stations and into Wolfsbad station itself. But all that and more to come, ladies and gentlemen. Until next week, I've been T-Nick. This has been Open TTD with the DBXL set. Hopefully you're enjoying the series. We're getting some good variety in rolling stock in this scene at Wolfsbad here. We've got the VT11, we've got a 140 with the Silverfish, we've got the 110 with the Trans-European Express, we've got a 140 with the green long-distance car. Oh, here comes a 110 in the F-Train colours. I really do like the variety in this set, even though it is a fairly old set. The graphics really do hold up in my eyes. But yeah, as I said, thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next week. Later days.